Hello everyone, we will be learning what is the infrastructure needed for handling big data, right. So, we will be talking about infrastructure, the tools and agents which are needed for doing all these activities, namely for collecting the data, for storing the data, and we need the network agents in order to transfer the data or transmit the data from one station to the other station, and we need the application environments which can analyze the data and the backup systems. I do not want to lose my data, so I need to back it up. So, we need the backup agents also. So, these are the infrastructures which are needed in order to take care of these activities. Now, what exactly is the life cycle of big data? Just like every other process, big data life cycle, we just need to see the steps involved in that. The first one starts with the data collection phase, then the storage, whatever data we have collected, we want to store it. After storing the data, we need to analyze after doing some processing and all. Then after analyzing, what is the new knowledge we are creating, and this new knowledge is again stored into the system. So, that is how the cycle keeps on rotating. So, let us quickly see what are the detailed activities, some of the detailed activities in these phases. Under data collection phase, we are trying to collect the data from different sources, and this data, as we know, it is coming in various formats. That is how we are getting structured, unstructured and semi-structured data. Once we are collecting the data, we should also be sure that the data is coming from authorized sources and the data whatever we have collected is secured in the organization. While working with the security, we need to take care of not only the sources who are generating, but also after the data enters into the organization, how securely we are able to store the data. The second phase, storage of the data. After collecting the data, we are trying to store it into various infrastructural units. As I told, we also need the infrastructure to store the data. So, the second phase in the life cycle of big data is to store the data. Where are we going to store the data and what exactly we do with this data? Now, under storage of the data is prepared. Preparation in the sense we do the pre-processing wherein you remove the noises and all and you store the data. The collected information might be sensitive. Say for example, we are collecting the medical records of various patients. Their age, their sex, everything should be very sensitive and their disease information also should not be disclosed. In all such cases, we try to identify what is the sensitive information and we are trying to take care of things wherein the sensitive information is not disclosed easily and it is not accessible to every person in the organization. Only authorized accesses should be defined so that only authorized personnel are accessing the information. And in such cases, if I want to provide security to my data, they go for the techniques called data anonymization, wherein say for example, I want to read the medical records of a patient. I need not disclose what is the name of the person, gender, all that information. So, we can anonymize those things and only disclose what is needed in order to analyze the records. Now, coming to the third phase, after I collected the data, I stored the data, we are going to analyze the data. What should be analysis mean? Once I collected the data and stored the data, I use various data mining techniques, clusterings, nearest neighbors, various association rules in order to identify some insights from the data, what the inferences I can draw from the collected data. Now, in such cases also we need to take care of no security breach is taking place. So, the data mining process outputs should be protected. So, in all the cases while collecting the data, while storing the data, while analyzing the data, we should be taking care of securities. Is the security prevailing in the knowledge creation phase also? Absolutely. Under knowledge creation, from the data that I have analyzed, I am trying to draw some conclusion, I am trying to build some new knowledge. Whatever we have understood, we are trying to create some new knowledge. This new knowledge is very, very confidential and it is maybe exclusive to the organization. That data is also to be securely maintained and authorized accesses are to be defined. Having seen the life cycle and the phases of life cycle of big data, let us talk about big data technology. Big data technology, we have understood by this time, we are trying to store huge amounts of data and we are trying to process it, we are trying to analyze that and we are trying to extract new information from that. During this process, we might be using some complex data structures or complex processing systems, all these things. And the traditional data processing systems are unable to work with that, so we need to work with new technologies. Now, big data, whenever we are trying to work with, it works with various other domains of knowledges, various domains of technological aspects like machine learning, deep learning, all these things. So, it works with various other domains of technologies like machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, various other technical aspects. So, big data technology is not confined to a single domain of knowledge, it is related with other domains of technologies also. Now, types of big data technology, when we are talking about big data technology, there are crudely classified into two categories: operational big data technologies and analytical big data technologies. Let us quickly look at what are operational big data technologies. Under operational big data technologies, these are the technologies which we see in our day-to-day activities, which we actually use in our day-to-day activities. Like I want to book a ticket. It could be a bus, a train, whatever ticket we are booking. This is an online ticket booking system. Similarly, we do online shopping, online trading and online data or social media site browsing. These are the day-to-day activities which are involved in generating big data, in processing big data. All these things come under operational big data technologies. And the data which the operational activities are generating is a raw data which might be an input for an analytical engine. Say for example, the e-commerce sites, they take our browsing information and try to see what are the things which you are interested in, and they try to show only those websites information whenever we are browsing through social networking. This is just one example wherein the raw data is used for analytical information. Now, coming to analytical big data technologies, in this case, whatever activities we are doing, those will help us to analyze and draw some conclusions or plan our future activities which might help the decision making activity of the organization. So, such analytical big data technologies, some of the examples are the medical health records, stock market information, weather forecasting, all these things are examples of analytical big data technologies. Now, what are the top big data technologies? Big data technologies help us under various concepts: storing, mining, analyzing and visualization. I will show you some of the technical domains which are helping in these areas. Coming to data storage, various technical domains are there: Hadoop, MongoDB, Cassandra, which we will be listening to frequently. Hadoop might be helping us to store the information under HDFS, and MongoDB deals with document storage of the data. Cassandra might help us to work with streaming of data which is continuously streaming. So, similarly, various data mining tools are there: Presto and RapidMiner. RapidMiner is an example for a dashboard wherein you don't need to write big lines of code, you just need to drag and drop the data mining tools. Similarly, data analytic tools are there: Kafka, Spark and all, and visualization tools. How best can you present your data visually, your analysis, how best can you present it visually? For this, various visualization tools are there. right? So as part of our syllabus, we'll be talking about Hadoop, we'll be talking about Spark, and not only these technologies, we have some additional technologies which are working in association with big data concepts, TensorFlow, Docker, Kubernetes and all. So you might have already worked with these technologies, or at least you might have heard of these technologies. All these emerging technologies are working in association with each other in order to help the organizations, individuals at various levels. Now, big data applications, where are we seeing the big data applications? Having seen various concepts so far, you can identify the big data applications are happening under healthcare, media and entertainment, IoT, manufacturing, government. These are not the limitations, these are not the domains which are limited to big data applications. There are many more. I have just jotted down some of the areas where big data applications are found. Then what are the use cases? Where exactly we are using these big data applications? In order to provide a 360 view to the customer or 360 degrees view of the customer, both the ways. I can show to the customer, suppose you buy a product, what are the reviews that are available, what are the feedbacks that are available, at the same time what the customer is interested in. So we are trying to provide both the ways 360 degrees view of the customer. Fraud prevention, under credit card transactions, online payment transactions, we can talk about fraud prevention. This is where big data technologies are coming into picture. Security intelligence, these are various things. I want to monitor my securities, I want to see my CC camera footages. Wherever there is possibility of taking care of securities, we can find out big data use cases there. Then one more, recommendation engine. Under affiliate marketing concepts, they use these recommendation engines. Seeing the browsing patterns of the customers, they suggest the product line to the customers. Social media analysis, since beginning big data is identified to prevail in social networking websites. So again, these are not the limited use cases for big data, there are many more, some of them are listed out here.